Okay, now you are going to do day 3, which is taking a graph and writing the equation for it. Okay, there's two things you need to know for this. Your M, which is your slope, the angle of the line, and your B, which is your y-intercept. So let's start off with the y-intercept because that's where we start when we draw them. And that's that 0, 0 because that's where your line crosses. So that B is a 0. Now you're trying to find another location that is right on one of the crosses. So that works right there. It is to the right one and up one. So that rate is 1 over 1. 1 divided by 1 is 1. So your slope is 1. Now remember your equation. Your equation is y equals mx plus b. So you're going to place the m as a 1, so that's 1x, so that's just x. And of course, that is plus 0, so you don't need to write it because you're not adding anything. So your equation for that one is y equals x. Okay, for the second one, we have the same things we need to find. M, your rate of change or your slope, and B, your y-intercept. Now let's start with the y-intercept because that's the easiest one to find. It's where it crosses this y-axis at. So that is your plus 2. So that is a positive 2. Now let's find another where it crosses. It doesn't cross here, doesn't cross there, but right here, it's right where those lines cross. So let's draw that one. Right 1 to come even with it, and 3 up to get to that line. So that is 3 over 1, which is 3. So your rate is 3. So let's go ahead and write the equation. Y equals 3x plus 2. Okay, let's find the m, our slope or rate of change, and the b, our y-intercept. So let's go ahead. The easiest one is that y-intercept of 4 right there. So that's a 4. That is your b. Now let's find out where it crosses again. Now notice that doesn't cross here. It doesn't cross here. So right down there it comes on the even spot. So that would be easy to get those numbers. That was obviously a distance of 4, and this is a distance of 3. So left 3, meaning negative 3, and up 4. So rise over run, keep that a 4 and a 3, and this would be negative because there's a left and an up. And you realize right away that that is a negative slope. So that is a negative 4/3. So your equation, y equals negative 4/3 x plus 4, which could be the same as y equals a negative 1 and 1/3 x plus 4. It's the same thing. Okay, remember this is our m, or our rate of change, and this is our y-intercept. Those are also called my m and my b. Okay, so first we're doing the y-intercept, which is a negative 2. So it starts down below the 0 at the negative. Okay, now next we got to do that rate of change. 2 over 3. Remember, this one is always to the right. The 2 is positive, so that means up. So get your pencil on that dot, and you are going to move up to right 3, and you put a dot. Up to right 3, and you put another dot. Go ahead and connect the lines and realize that that is a positive slope. Okay, next one. We have our rate of change, which is at the m, and you have your y-intercept, which is a positive 1. So the easy one, y-intercept, put a dot at the 1 right there. Now your rate of change, again, is 2 over 1. Remember, this one's always right, and this one is up because it's also positive. So travel up 2, right 1, and put your dot. Up 2, right 1, and put your dot. And go ahead and connect to make your line. Now notice that one is also a positive slope because these two numbers are both positive. Okay, so here we go. Rate of change is a negative 1/3. And your y-intercept is a 3. So let's start out with the easy one. Remember that positive 3 crosses that line at the 3. Now we got to dissect the rate of change. So negative 1/3. Remember, this is always right. That negative sign is applied to the top number, and this is negative, so it's not up, but down this time. So let's go ahead and graph it. Start at the blue where you began, go down 1 and right 3 and put your dot. Down 1, right 3 and put your dot. And then connect your lines. Now you should recognize that this is a negative slope because it's going down towards the right.